This is Carl with the three things I'm watching for today's trade. Starting out, drought in the United States starting to intensify, and typically we don't see a lot of drought response this time of year, but we're starting to pick up a little bit, especially with the relatively tight stocks to use that we have projected by the USDA Ag Outlook Forum, and along with the simple fact that we've been consuming a lot of demand here. Bottom line, corn in drought right now, 56% according to the weekly update. That's up 11% from last year, the highest level of U.S. drought at this time in the past 5 years. So it is starting to get a little bit more interest. 46% of the U.S. soybean area in drought. That's up 10% from last week. These are from last week. We saw big gains in drought. Now we do have rains forecast for the plains this week, rain and snow. Some areas expected over the next 2 weeks to pick up 2 to 4 inches of precipitation. It seems a little heavy according to most maps, but definitely becoming much more of a story for the market. Another thing I'm watching today, the corn harvest in Argentina. We have focused a lot on the Brazilian harvest down there and how that's progressing, but the corn harvest throwing up a tiny bit of a red flag for us to look at. Harvest advanced to 5.4% of the crop at the end of last week. That was a 3% jump. Typically, Argentine farmers have only harvested 1.7% of the crop at this time. So, two questions are jumping. Number one, is this the result of the dry weather we've seen in Argentina and how favorable it's been for field work? Or number two, are the yields low enough that it's allowing rapid harvest pace to take place? Likely a combination of both. I would say yields probably down a little bit in Argentina, and the dry weather definitely a boost. And not a lot of talk on yields though, getting pretty quiet on that yields. Not seeing a tremendous amount of corn come out of Argentina yet either. We're seeing a trickle, but not that much. Farmers are pretty tight-fisted with the crop. After the close today, we will get the census crush report for January coming out. 211 million bushels is the average estimate, down from 217.7 in December. However, it would be up from last year. Remember, we had some pretty nasty weather in January that slowed down that crush place. Starting to hear of a few plants taking some maintenance right now, and a few ethanol plants as well. We'll visit that here a little later. But those are the three things I'm watching today.